Are you hoping to get it telepathically?
I think you mean telekinetically. And no.
Ally. Ally.
I think you mean telekinetically. And no. Just to be clear, do I have to stop saying coitus with everyone or just you?
Everyone.
Harsh terms, but all right.
Harsh. Harsh.
Harsh terms, but all right.
So, how you been?
Well, my existence is a continuum, so I've been what I am at each point in the implied time period.
Imply. Imply.
So I've been what I am at each point in the implied time period. He seems all right, although he does spend a disturbing amount of time looking at photographs of you and smelling the pillow.
Photograph. Photograph.
Looking at photographs of you and smelling the pillow. Ask me not to tell you that.
I pretend I didn't hear it.
I'd rather you pretend
Pretend. Pretend.
I pretend I didn't hear it.
I'd rather you pretend that. That's the sauce my mother uses. She likes cooking Italian because, according to her, that's what the Romans made Jesus eat.
Interesting.
Roman. Roman.
The Romans made Jesus eat.
Interesting. Oh, okay. Why don't you give me an hour and come over?
Will you cut up hot dogs into little chunks and mix them in with the sauce?
I don't have hot dogs.
Sauce. Sauce.
Will you cut up hot dogs into little chunks and mix them in with the sauce?
I don't have hot dogs.
What's wrong with you? You can't hang out with your roommate's ex. It's totally uncool. No, it's fine. I don't...
Totally. Totally.
It's totally uncool. No, it's fine. I don't... That memory wiper gizmo from Men in Black.
Is he making any progress? Because I'd like to erase Ben Affleck.
Progress. Progress.
Is he making any progress? Because I'd like to erase Ben Affleck. Curiosity, do we still have hot dogs?
I don't know. Why?
Just making dinner conversation. Go Team Leonard.
Conversation. Conversation.
Go Team Leonard.
Going to go to hell for eating sweet and sour pork? Jews don't have hell. We have acid reflux.
Hell. Hell.
Jews don't have hell. We have acid reflux.
Certainly. Not like I have to moderate my food intake because I'm planning on eating again very shortly.
Shortly. Shortly.
Because I'm planning on eating again very shortly.
Please, we all know I'm the friend you call when you have no other options. If we were the Justice League, I'd be Aquaman. I wish you were.
League. League.
If we were the Justice League, I'd be Aquaman. I wish you were. When do you take after dinner walks? Since when do you take walks?
I read a study online that walking after a meal not only aids...
Meal. Meal.
I read a study online that walking after a meal not only aids... No? I mean, I have no idea what you smell.
Well, you definitely smell raw hot dog.
Perhaps you're getting a break.
Raw. Raw.
I smell raw hot dog.
Perhaps you're getting a break.
You might want to stand back. I'm sitting on top of 13 horses here.
Horse. Horse.
Sitting on top of 13 horses here.
Nice doggy. I bet you think you smell hot dogs.
bet, bet,
You think you smell hot dogs?
I come off like a lonely loser. And you think my presence will help with that? Well, I do.
presents, presents,
And you think my presence will help with that? Well, I do. Ordered some Asian pornography? Very much. Doesn't have to be Asian.
Asian, Asian,
Doesn't have to be Asian. Doesn't have to be Asian. Don't worry, you'll meet a girl someday. No, I won't. Yes, you.
someday, someday,
Don't worry, you'll meet a girl someday. No, I won't. Yes, you.
Oh, yes. In fact, he said, I'm fine, I don't care. And he in no way said that in a manner which would lead one to believe that he was...
manner, manner,
He in no way said that in a manner which would lead one to believe that he was... No. It's just a suspicion I have.
Suspicion. Suspicion.
It's just a suspicion I have. Leonard never cooks for me.
Well, maybe that's because Leonard can't cook.
You can't cook and you made me this.
cook, cook,
You can't cook and you made me this.
Big fat Japanese gods. You don't know that. Prison changes people.
Prison. Prison.
Prison changes people.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. What I meant to say was, my battery died.
battery, battery,
What I meant to say was, my battery died.
Why you woke me up, or I swear to God I will kill you.
Do you really think death threats are an appropriate way to begin this conversation? Sometimes your lack of social skills
appropriate, appropriate,
way to begin this conversation. Sometimes your lack of social skills. Tangential to the primary story. How about I circle back to it?
Fine.
circle, circle,
To it.
Fine.
Oh, I can come back.
Don't be silly. We're neighbors.
silly, silly,
Don't be silly. We're neighbors.
I can come back.
Don't be silly. We're neighbors. We're gonna run into each other, man.
neighbor, neighbor,
We're neighbors. We're gonna run into each other, man. Me neither. Oh, Sheldon seemed to think that I would be upset about you hanging out with him, but
upset, upset,
Oh, Sheldon seemed to think that I would be upset about you hanging out with him, but
Oh, good, because his mother called me.
his mother?
Yeah, she wants me to take him shopping for sheets and towels.
towel, towel,
Yeah, she wants me to take him shopping for sheets and towels. Okay, whatever.
And don't let him go on Space Mountain after he eats. They'll say he can handle it, but...
mountain, mountain,
And don't let him go on Space Mountain after he eats. They'll say he can handle it, but... And don't let him go on Space Mountain after he eats. They'll say he can handle it, but I promise you'll end up with churro puke on your
promise, promise,
Say he can handle it, but I promise you'll end up with churro puke on your Well, that's it. We're officially out of things to talk about.
officially, officially,
We're officially out of things to talk about. It's 10 o'clock. Where have you been?
We stayed for the California Adventure Water Show. It was pure Disney magic.
Magic. Magic.
It was pure Disney magic. Oh.
I know.
I can still eat.
No, you already threw up once. Go put on your PJs and brush your teeth.
Brush. Brush.
Once. Go put on your PJs and brush your teeth.
Me too. What am I smelling?
Sheldon's churro on my shoes.
Shoe. Shoe.
Sheldon's churro on my shoes. Such an angel when he's asleep.
Angel. Angel.
Such an angel when he's asleep. Such an angel when he's asleep.
Yeah. Shame he has to wake up.
Shame. Shame.
Shame he has to wake up.
No, be friends. You and me.
Oh. Sure. Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Good.